Hey, good morning, birders.
Morning, guys.
Jim and Steve, EarlyBirderNet. We're set up a little something different today. We're going on a hike and doing an overnight hammock camping trip. We're going to go look for some owls.
Yeah.
So we'll see you along the way.
Yeah. We have no idea what kind of birds we're going to see, but we're going to go through an old burn and we're going to hopefully get up to a wildflower meadow at the top. So could be anything, could be nothing. We'll see. We're going to have a good time either way.
Either way.
Let's go birding.
I'm feeling on top of the world, like nothing's ever gonna bring me down. This feeling got me flying high as a bird. I may never touch the ground. It may not be my birthday, but I just want to celebrate. I just want to celebrate.
Try to get away from the highway here a little bit. It's kind of noisy before, so we just did a quick intro. But we're hiking back in here a couple miles. There's supposed to be a lookout up here. It's called Garry Lookout. Like Steve said, it's supposed to be burnout that we hiked through, old burnout, which is great for woodpeckers. And then a nice open field up here with a bunch of wildflowers. As long as we've got trees around it and an open field, it's perfect for hawks and owls and eagles and everything else that hunts small little animals. We'll see what we see.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. There's a couple people walked out in front of us that had some collector jugs. I don't know. I feel like it's too early for berries. People pick a lot of huckleberries up here. I know there's thimbleberries, but those will probably be next month. So maybe they're after mushrooms or something, I don't know. Or they just didn't get the memo that there's just not always huckleberries falling out of the trees up here. So.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be an early year. I don't know.
We'll find out pretty quick. I wouldn't mind having some huckleberries in my oatmeal in the morning.
Yeah, some fresh huckleberries would be delicious.
I hear chickadees and maybe juncos. Yep, dark-eyed junco right there in the tree. Well, we saw birds already. That's good.
Yeah, worth the trip.
Yeah. Juncos and chickadees. Pretty much a guarantee. But, you know, this little trail in here, we might pick up some grouse coming out. There's, looks like an old logging road or something like that where the trail starts and then it splits off. But grouse like to come out onto these old gravel roads, especially in the mornings, pick up little bits of gravel, goes into their gizzard and grinds up, helps them digest their food, so might luck out. But now that we know there's a group in front of us, they probably won't see anything on the trail.
Nah, doesn't really mean anything.
Nah, but maybe on the hike out tomorrow. Squirrel.
We're gonna try and get up to camp a little earlier.
Yeah.
Before the heat and get set up so that we have some shade and
Yeah.
kind of relax. We got to try and take a nap here this afternoon. Get ready to stay up later.
Stay up late, look for owls. So, out here before, we've heard saw-whet owls, barred owls. We know there's screech owls out here, western screech owls. We've heard those on a different backpacking trip. But, we'd like to see some, it'd be great. But any owl activity would be nice.
And a lot of the owls would be lifers for me, so.
Yeah. Western screech owl and barred owl will both be lifers for Jim. So that would be amazing.
We've also got a lot of smaller stuff.
Yeah.
Hawk owls, boreal owls, things like that we might see. We're in perfect location for them.
Yeah. See if we get high enough elevation. Get into some different species too. We'll see. There's a lot of things we've encountered in the past out in these kind of areas. Sorry about that. Just a matter of seeing what the birds do. Nice easy hike so far, which is good because we have not only everything we bring for camping, but also to film. So the way it goes.
Camping and filming is new for us.
It's for the birds. Yeah, we're either doing one or the other, either birding or camping or fishing, but never filming at the same time. So,
We do have to watch out for predators.
yeah.
Northwest Montana, grizzly bears. Black bears less so, they're not very aggressive usually, especially this time of the year.
No.
But you always got to be careful. There's wolves, can cause problems. We had a pack of wolves circling our camp here a couple years back. We had to bail because we set up camp and then realized we were close to a den. We started hearing the wolf cubs howling.
Yeah. Kind of panicked after that.
Oh, we beat feet, got out of there.
The whole
but
pack howling around us. It was time to go.
There's mountain lions also, but they usually go after small animals. They like, people's pets and smaller things. So.
Yeah. If they do come after us, you guys will know before us. You'll see it creeping up behind me in this shot that I'm pointing at myself. You'll see it coming down the trail behind me.
There's the ever-present danger of the mighty Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Who may or may not attack our camp with rocks or possibly just come sit down and have a cup of coffee. So
yeah, We always bring extra coffee just in case the squatch shows up.
And he likes beef jerky, at least that's what I've been told.
You don't mess with him.
These are the thimbleberries Steve was talking about.
Already getting eaten by bugs. Oh, yeah.
See here, they are not red at all. They're just starting to form berry shape now.
So they're definitely not picking thimbleberries.
Usually later in the year, August. Mid to late August, depends on the year.
Yeah.
This year it was cold later in the year. We had a real late summer, so I would guess late August before we see any of that stuff.
It's kind of like a wild raspberry. Looks kind of like a raspberry.
Tastes a lot like them.
Maybe it is a raspberry. Not a botanist. Barely a birder. I am covered with bugs.
Getting eaten
I
alive.
sprayed with bug spray, but it didn't matter. There's a swarm on me.
If you're watching this and you lost your hat, we know where it's at.
You left it here hanging in a tree.
Should have brought that big bug zapper.
Yeah, we're thinking about bringing one of those ones you hang on your porch.
That in a car battery.
Yeah.
Well, this should open up to some pretty awesome vistas up here. The surrounding mountains. We're just across the river from Glacier National Park. Real close to the Continental Divide up here. Just a couple miles away. Pretty cool flowers already. Paul the flower man's not here, so
Yeah.
I gotta try and get a couple pictures for him.
I'm gonna try and fill the void for him.
Open up a little better to the mountains. Nice. Special thanks to Les Stroud showing us the way.
Yeah,
Solo filming.
solo filming.
And also mad props because he was carrying around like 100 pounds of gear
Yeah,
just for camera stuff.
he had a lot more primitive filming technology when he was doing it. Man, if this trail is any indication, that meadow at the top should be packed with flowers.
Wildlife, or the wildflower situation is pretty impressive right now. If you're new to hiking in bear country, you want to make sure you're always making lots of noise so they know you're coming. Supposedly it scares them away.
Yeah. Also, you're supposed to eat your food away from where you sleep. Keep your food away from where you sleep. Try and hang it in a tree.
Keep everything well packed, sealed up.
Yeah, clean up after yourself. And if you do those things, maybe it won't just eat you on a whim. But I've never been eaten by a bear before, so.
Clearly.
But if one does come, I'm gonna try and eat the bear first.
That's right.
It's the ideal outcome. If he survives, he'll have to tell his friends about it. It'll be really embarrassing for the bear. That being said, we do encounter a lot of bears. So, over the years, come across them quite a few times. Up around Glacier, around Yellowstone, out the North Fork. So it's just something that you have to deal with when you're out.
It's not something that should keep you out of the forest, though.
No, just go.
It's something to be aware of, like if you're in snake country
Yeah,
or alligator country.
yeah, there's threats everywhere, but Don't let it keep you from going. And if it does keep you from going, you can live vicariously through us, because we're going to go anyways.
It won't keep us from going.
No. A little bear mauling. Be worth it for the good birds.
Some of you have noticed, but Steve's rocking the Early Birder logo hat.
Yeah.
I think it's beautiful.
Yeah, it turned out. We had to struggle a bit. We had to simplify the logo quite a bit to have it stitched on a hat. So if you want the full affected logo right now, the shirts and the cups are obviously better in that respect, but still, we wanted hats because we like hats.
We're always wearing hats.
Yeah. Especially since we're balding.
They don't know that. We're always wearing hats.
Oh, I blew it. That's bear grass. But all the
This is where bears come from.
If you didn't know, bears come from bear grass. Buried thrush right here on the stick in front of me, brother.
Nope.
Right there.
Try and snap a pic here. Stay still, buddy. Nope. Behind the branch. There's enough in the way, I don't think it'll focus, but seem to be breathing heavy for some reason.
He flew a little bit. I sound just like a buried thrush.
Perfect.
Even
perfect.
Even the bird can't tell.
It's pretty good.
Not good enough.
He's like, that sounds almost like a buried thrush.
Is that my cousin, Lou? Nice try, buddy.
Mushroom.
Is that a bolete?
I don't know what it
Is that a polypore?
is. Deadly. Oh, now you've done it.
Yeah, a bolete. Tell me if I'm wrong. I'm just gonna say king bolete. And then someone who knows anything about mushrooms can tell me what it actually is.
Don't eat it.
If it's a king bolete, you can eat it. I just don't think it's a king bolete.
You never know what it is.
No.
It's mushrooms. Most of them are deadly.
Yeah. The safest ones to eat come in a can. Maybe, I don't know if that's true either.
Don't eat mushrooms because they'll kill you. Doop 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 doo. Most of them are delicious and still will kill you. Doo 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 doo.
That's the mushroom song. Don't eat mushrooms.
It's an old classic. I swear I didn't just make that up.
Old classic. Is that a sitting tree? Looks just like a sitting tree.
Last one I sat on fell apart.
It is a sitting tree. Bird just flew off the trail right over here behind me.
Let's see what it was.
Actually kind of walked out of the skeeters a little bit.
Yeah, seems like it. Maybe we're high enough above the water now.
Well, we're never gonna lay in our hammocks if we don't go hang them up, so
I think we're good here.
it's good enough. Right here on the trail.
After much consideration, I've decided I'm definitely not in good enough shape to haul this much weight on my back up a hill.
Got to be almost there.
We'll be there when we get there, I think.
Yeah.
Water.
It says we walked up 8 flights of stairs.
Is that it?
My heart rate's 117. I've just been sitting down.
Means it was probably higher when you sat down.
Yeah, well, my heart rate's normally under 70.
Uh-oh, bad news.
Uh-oh.
I almost hit my 4,000 step.
You almost hit your limit?
Yeah, that's my limit. So I do have to camp here. Sorry.
You can't walk. The smartwatches have a step counter on them. It has a number.
4,000 seems like an arbitrary number.
Yeah.
I'm sure I can
The
set
problem
that.
is when you walk 4,000 steps, the next day it'll be like, you can walk 5,500 steps.
Your heart rate's what? 100 and what?
13.
I thought I was out of shape, but mine's at 70. Clearly I'm in better shape than you.
Apparently. I don't know what it is about us, but squirrels always mad when we're walking.
I wonder what they're saying. Oh, hey guys. You guys want to be friends? Hey, 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 hey. Come hang out with me.
People do this for fun. Hiking.
What about it?
They hike with nothing else to do. They don't
Hike?
look at anything.
I don't know. There's so much to look at, though.
They just put on heavy bags and then walk, and then they get there and then they turn around and walk back out.
Birding is the perfect addition to hiking.
Yeah. Kind of distract you from how horrible hiking is.
Well, this is perfect for thrush.
Oh yeah.
Perfect habitat.
Hopefully it's perfect habitat for small owls. Old second growth or third growth.
Should have brought a wheelbarrow.
Yeah, we could have used a wheelbarrow. I think it would have worked. Oh well.
We were
have
definitely
seen-
in Glacier Park.
Right, we have seen varied thrush in something that we were filming for Early Birder, but might not have been one of the actual episodes. It was probably during the period where we were trying to develop what an episode would look like. Or at least the earlier stages. We're still trying to develop what an episode would look like.
Season 2 will be better, I swear.
Yeah, season 2. Stay tuned.
Something just flew across the road to the left. I think it was a fruit bat.
Fruit bat. High or low?
Above our heads. They're not real high.
Thrush. Is it thrush size?
Sure, but it was black. Like a fruit bat. Oh, buried thrush, yeah.
Right there?
Yep. Sitting in the darkness and the shadows.
All right, I'm gonna do this. We're gonna try and get another picture. Last one that we were trying to photograph was right up against the sky and he would not come any lower. This one. There's one to the right over here too. There
Yeah, I
are
heard
two
him.
of them in here moving through.
He was right there, I just couldn't see him.
Yeah. We're in pretty heavy shadows right now, so it's hard to see into that underbrush.
Unless they just stopped out.
A relatively dark bird doesn't really stand out. In fact, the mottled nature of its feathers kind of help it blend in pretty well. So
Natural camouflage.
basically rusty colors and grays, which is pretty, it describes the tree bark on most of these trees. So
Well, No luck.
Feel pretty confident that we'll get a good shot at one.
Well, we know they're in the area.
Yeah.
So are the mosquitoes.
Yes, they are. Heavily. Where did I set the GoPro down with the handle flat to the ground?
I'm not sure.
Not the GoPro, the drone. Got it. Wouldn't be the worst area, except it's really visible to the trail. It's not very steep. I'm bad like that. Whenever I'm hammock camping though, I leave the road and then I'm like, I wonder where I can hang up, and I just start looking for places to hang up. Because hanging in the hammock is a lot more fun than walking to a place to hang the hammock, to me. It's all the things I do while I'm going to the hammock, looking for birds and looking at flowers and looking for mushrooms and things like that. The hike is just a necessity for me. A lot of people really enjoy that part of it though. Update. They were picking huckleberries, so that's exciting. I'm gonna have a big handful of them in my breakfast. I said they're just starting, so we'll have to scrounge for them, but we don't need a gallon.
No, just a handful's enough. Man, fresh huckleberries in the oatmeal. That'll be good.
Yeah, that sounds real good.
Cup of coffee. Can't wait till morning.
I know. I'm gonna go to bed right now. It's like Christmas. Can't wait to wake up and eat my huckleberries and oatmeal.
I'll probably sleep in till probably 6. Since we're gonna be up late.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And we'll probably be hiking down by 7 o'clock. Is usually how it goes. You wake up early when you're out.
I thought this was a 4-mile round trip.
I thought so too. Maybe it's 4 miles in, 4 miles out. It's a weird way to label the
Why
trail.
I would say total.
Yeah. Maybe we're just weak and we haven't gone that far.
Maybe.
Excited for huckleberries.
Yeah, that should be tasty. If we ever make it up here. We've been hiking for 6 miles.
We're 8 miles into a 2-mile hike.
Mistakes were made.
I think we're on the right trail.
We started out on the right trail.
Turns out we're trying to get to the end of like a trail that goes over the Continental Divide or something like that.
Maybe.
It's 800 miles long. It's about as birdy as I thought it would be. These deep forest trails, it's not necessarily like a place where you're gonna go. It's not like a park where it's full of dozens of species, but the ones you find here, you're not likely to find other places, so should be interesting.
Lower. Here, brother.
Lost a water bottle I don't want to carry by hand. Good. Good.
I watched you fail, so
Yeah, works better that way.
I could improve.
Will you carry that water bottle for me?
Yeah. No.
I don't know which side it fell off of. Fell. I think it was in this side. I had it in the strings on the side, sitting on the stove.
No wonder it fell off.
There's nowhere else to put it.
No. Alrighty, it's definitely time we got done with this. This is not quite the relaxing hike I was hoping for.
No. And I'm not really seeing much for huckleberries, so like this is a huckleberry bush, but I'm guessing maybe they walked all the way to the top to pick. I don't know. Oh, there's some right here.
Not quite ripe.
Tastes good.
Huckleberry.
Not too
I
bitter.
don't know. Kind of like a blueberry, but it's more tart. They tend to grow on the north-facing side of mountains. Don't use it to navigate, but it's the best place to look for them if you're looking.
They like the sunshine. There's kind of a purple one, and there's a more of a reddish one, kind of huckleberry up here. Both are good, I think. Some people have their preference. One of them's sweeter than the other. I don't remember which one because I don't care. I just eat them.
They're great in pancakes.
Yeah, I like them in a muffin with like a sugar, like those big crystal sugar chunks on the top.
Oatmeal, granola, jams, jellies, syrups, ice creams, pies,
Gumbo, salad, sandwich.
all the normal berry stuff. And it's great for hiking.
Yeah, we just ate one huckleberry. Now we feel 100% better.
I feel so revived now. We decided to stop and take a quick break, grab a snack, drink some water. Steve's playing with the drone. Not sure how far we have to go. I have a feeling that the 4-mile total trip that was in the book that we were reading is actually a one-way, not a round trip. So, if so, we're about halfway. If not, then we're almost there. So we'll find out. Here comes the drone, or a swarm of angry bees, one of the two.
Different one. Anyone knows what this one is, let us know. Definitely don't want to eat it, but
Red ones usually are
It's like
signed to not eat.
I think so. It's a little double cluster kind of looking berry. Not gonna touch that one.
Kind of like bugs. If it's really bright and out in the open, it's usually poisoned.
Yeah.
With a reddish mottling on here. A lot
Yeah.
of huckleberry bushes have that.
They all start out green like this. They get flat and purple like that. I always flip them upside down. You can see where the berries are if you turn the bush over a little. Grab the best looking ones, leave the rest to get ripe.
I brought 5 pounds of potatoes and
We better
2 T-bone steaks. I don't know what Steve's eating, but
huckleberries.
this cast iron pan is weighing me down.
Woo! Kind of seems like a lookout. How about that view?
Some high mountain snow still.
It's probably the fire we had to evacuate from when we were kids.
Maybe. Because Hungry Horse is just the other side of these mountains.
Pretty.
Pretty cool. Worth the hike.
Wow, that's debatable. When we're hanging in our hammocks, it'll be worth the hike.
Could have hung the hammock in the backyard.
Yeah.
Some clever editing. I bet we could have shot a show there too. Next episode of hammock camping.
Jim's backyard.
There's supposed to be leftovers of the structure from the lookout.
Oh, really?
I think the lookout either burned or fell down just from being old.
Fire lookout. It's kind of ironic.
A little bit. All right, birders, we made it up here. We're just below the summit. There's nothing up there tree-wise for us to hang our hammocks on, but we made it. The wildflower meadow was a bit of an overstatement, but it's a clearing with some flowers in it. And there's an old area where there used to be a lookout tower. Apparently it burnt down, fell down, something. They cleaned it all up, but there's a fire pit in there now, so we'll probably have our meals there. It's nice and safe. There's nothing to catch on fire there. And we can have a cool fire, so.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get set up here. We'll kind of show a time lapse of us setting up hammocks, and we'll catch you later. There's a lot of bird activity, by the way. They're all quiet though, and it's starting to slow down. We're about midday now, so things are starting to warm up and the birds are taking a siesta. Like we will be soon.
Yeah, after we set up.
So we'll throw up some B-roll of the surroundings. Obviously it's an amazing views all the way around once we get up to the top here, so we'll throw that up and then do an update next time we see you.
Let's go hang our hammocks.
All right, guys, we're finished up with our meal. We're just hiking away from our camp a ways here. We put all of our food and our garbage in this nice little stuff sack. Steve's got paracord tied to it. We're gonna chuck it up over a tree, hang it from up high. Keeps critters out of it, not just bears, but also squirrels and raccoons and things like that. We're just looking for a branch now.
Pretty good there.
I'll probably do the job.
Got a space over the top of it.
You notice everything that he has here is nice and bright colored, so we're not going to lose it.
Yeah,
If you end up hiking away from your camp for whatever reason.
I lose my stuff easily. I got the brightest orange I could find and the brightest green.
First try.
That'll work. About 15-20 feet off the ground, so we don't have to worry about that. And I'm just going to tie my line off underneath. That looks like pileated woodpecker down there, all that cavity on that tree. See that? Those big, long
Big, long. Oh yeah, that tree's torn up.
cavities.
You can just barely see it. Right there. But they like to strip the bark like you see here.
Wait for it to go dead. Rotten.
Here, there's a lot of pine beetle problem.
Yeah.
And the pine beetles get in there and they start stripping the bark, eating those pine beetles. Next thing you know, the whole tree's dead.
Yeah.
And then they just tear it apart. Anyway,
That's that.
just a nice little thing.
Bear safety.
Whenever you're out in the woods and you got animals around, it's a good way to do it.
Hey everyone, we're just passing our time throughout the day, working our way up the hillside, picking a couple huckleberries. Not a whole ton, but we're finding what we can. We got enough for breakfast, which is the main goal, and now we just get to graze on the rest. And wait for the owling hour to come. So, just a quick update for you guys.
All right, birders.
Hi, guys.
We're up on the summit now. I don't know if you can see, but there's these 4 big concrete posts all around here. That used to be the base for the tower. And now we've got a nice smoky fire burning in the middle. Someone built a fire pit. And then got a bit of a time-lapse set up back here with the sunset. We're just waiting for the sun to go down, it to get a little bit darker, and then we'll start doing some owl calls and see what we see. Not sure how well we're going to do on the video stuff later on, but we're going to try.
We don't have night vision, so
Not yet. Eventually.
if we got something, we got flashlights. So
We'll do what we
best we
can.
can do for
Take
now.
what pictures we can in video, and
yeah.
if we don't see anything, we don't see anything. So
We wouldn't be looking for the owls with night vision. That's against the rules, but just for like the filming of it.
so you
For
can
you
see
guys, so you
us.
can see what we're doing. That's what we're talking about with night vision. Not like I'm not running thermals and night vision trying to locate owls with technology.
Pretty sweet up here, though.
Yeah.
We'll do a quick panoramic. Get the sunset there. Excuse me. Zoom tights.
It's nice though. We had to get some smoke going here, get rid of all the bugs. We're getting destroyed.
They really came out as soon as it started cooling off. But anyway, if it's our last update tonight, then thanks for watching so far, and we'll do a quick video down the hill.
Yeah, we'll see you at breakfast time. Alrighty guys, the trip has ended.
Right.
It's not the next morning, you might have noticed.
We had some issues.
The kind of issues where you go from sitting at a campfire at night and then having some time lapses overnight, and then it's not the next day. So
we went out owling
Mhm.
and basically saw nothing,
yeah,
but it was fun to get around.
yeah, we walked around quite a bit, but we didn't hear a single thing, which kind of we expected. It's
It happens.
kind of late in summer. Hi, cat. The owls are a lot more vocal earlier on in the year, so it was a bad time to go for owls, but at the same time,
At least we got out and tried.
yeah, we got to look. I think it's still a really good habitat. I think it'd definitely be worth doing earlier in the spring.
Yeah, absolutely.
As soon as we could get to that area, once the snow goes away, I bet that
right
it
up-
would be a good habitat for it.
It's good elevation, and it's almost up to the divide there,
Yeah,
the Continental Divide.
yeah.
And they see owls up there all the time,
So
we were in the right area. Just
that explains why there's no owl video or footage or anything overnight. The next morning, we wake up. It's probably already in the 70s. We're sweating, and we're just covered in mosquitoes, like 10 times as many as on the hike up.
it was horrible,
It was painful.
frightening. In fact,
Jim was being dragged away through the forest by a big flock of mosquitoes. It was everything I could do to save him.
so we rushed and
Yeah.
packed everything up and ran back down the mountain.
I was walking, we were as fast as we could go. I'm whipping my hat around the whole time trying to keep mosquitoes off, because there was like 5, 6, 7 of them on your neck and your arms and your face.
No amount of bug spray helped
No,
at all.
It was all we could do just to get back to the car, and there was mosquitoes in the car. They followed us in. So we didn't even eat breakfast. We ran down the mountain as fast as possible, and we didn't film any of it.
We lost all of
It was a panic.
It was kind of a fail, but
Yeah, but the trip is over, and we definitely had a good time hiking up.
yeah, it was.
We
it
didn't
was
see a
really
ton of
nice.
birds. We didn't see many more birds than we really expected. Going into the forest like that doesn't really produce a ton of birds often, but we did see the varied thrush. We posted a picture that we talked about during the episode from when we went to Glacier Park. We did get some pictures during the episode. You saw us trying to take pictures of them, but they were out of focus and behind
Nothing was
branches
good.
and stuff. And the one that we did post on the credit scene, or we will post on the credit scene, isn't that great either, but it's a varied thrush. As one of the coolest calls, I think one of my favorite bird calls. It's really kind of, kind of a spooky, ethereal. Usually, in the early morning, you hear them calling back and forth to each other, and it's just kind of, if you don't know what it is, it's kind of one of those weird bird calls that,
Right.
that really gets to you. But it was an awesome trip. We really appreciate you guys joining us. And
Yeah,
we hope
had
to
a
see
ton
you
of
on the
fun.
next episode. So,
we'll catch you guys in the next one.
bye guys. Woo-wee, guys.
That was a heck of a video.
Hope you guys enjoyed that adventure.
And if you did, we obviously do, make sure and check out one of these other ones. We got a playlist, different stuff, how-to videos, and more adventures to come.
Yep, we really appreciate you guys watching our videos, and we just want to really appreciate the patrons helping us go on
Absolutely.
these trips. I want to remind you guys that we've got a website. If you haven't figured it out by now,
It's EarlyBirderNet.
and we got merchandise on there, hats and shirts and cups and everything that you could possibly want to support us there. And we hope to see you guys on the next adventure. So, keep birding.
Keep birding.